Hey everybody, today we're going to do broccoli sprouts and broccoli microgreens. So we're going to do the broccoli sprouts in a mason jar. Low barrier to entry, anybody can do it. But we're also going to try out the microgreens in the soil. A little more to it, you got to get a tray, you got to get soil, you got to get compost and some fertilizer. But I've heard that they taste better. So for the jar, I've seen people do 1 to 2 tablespoons and 1 tablespoon every 3/4 cup of water. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon because I liked the way it looked better in everything that I watched. So we're just going to take 1 tablespoon, put it in there, swirl it around, and this is going to sit in there for 8 or more hours. And now for the tray of this size, you're going to do 1 teaspoon. So you got 1 teaspoon, and we're going to soak these overnight too, just to get the process going. All right, it's day 2. We've still got our sprouts in a quart-sized jar, and then we have our seeds that we're going to put into the soil. So I'll do this later inside, but for now, we're gonna do this. So a tin and some sort of paper. We're gonna dunk this into some water, and we're gonna keep it there while we're doing the rest of the stuff. First things first, at the bottom of the tin, we're going to put in some of this fertilizer. This is just fish fertilizer and it won't burn the plants. And we're just going to do less than a teaspoon, just a little splash. Okay? And then we are going to take some fertilizer and we're just going to cover the bottom. This is compost from the garden, and you can see I just barely covered the bottom. And then we're going to go down here, and this is just going to be regular soil that we're going to have. Make sure it's moist though, and we're just going to fill the rest of it up. Okay, so it's full. So we've got the fertilizer on the bottom, a layer of compost, and then we've got just our nice airy soil. I'm going to take this. This has been soaking this whole time. So I'm going to place this to the side for now. We're going to drain our seeds. All right, we've got all our seeds, and we're just going to evenly put them across this tray. We're just going to try to make them not overlapping, and just try to get them covering as much of this as we can. Okay, we're going to take our wet paper and we're going to put it over it, and we're actually going to tamp it into our soil. Okay, so it'll look just like this, and we're going to put it somewhere dark and warm, 70 degrees. And then I'm going to place the microgreens up in that cabinet. It's warm behind the refrigerator, and it's also dark. And then I'm going to check them in 4 to 5 days, and this paper will have lifted off of it, and that's how I'll know that they're ready. So this is the process. After the first soaking, you're going to do this twice a day, morning and night. You just fill it up with water, rinse them, put your cover back over it, and dump the water out, and then leave it at a 45-degree angle to dry. This ensures that no mold grows, and it also creates a good environment for the seeds to grow. Now, this is the process I did near the end. It got to the point where a lot of the seed shells were still there. So I just took a strainer and got as much of the husk out as I could while keeping the sprouts in there. These photos were took from day to day. You can see just how quickly they grow from one day to the next. It was really pretty crazy to watch. And the other important thing is that just one day in the sun took them from this pale color all the way to this very vibrant green color. All right, everybody, it's been 6 days now. These were in the cupboard for 5 days, and I forgot about them a little. The cardboard paper was off of it, and they were pretty pale white. And so I took them out, got about a cup of water, half a cup of water in them, and then put them at the windowsill, and they greened up really nice. As for these would have been ready about day 5, but I waited the extra day. So here's what they look like, and here's what these look like. Just instantly, these look much better. They look much tastier. These just don't quite look as appetizing, to be honest, but I'm going to try them both, and then I'm going to put them on a sandwich and show you guys what that looks like. And I also wanted to show, you probably won't be able to see it, but broccoli roots get this almost mold-like, web-like consistency, but it's not mold, it's their roots. So all you need to do is grab a spray bottle and spray the bottom of their roots, and if they disappear, then it's the roots, but if they collect the water droplets, then it's mold. When they get to this point, so when we had first done it, it's fine to use a spray bottle on the soil and everything, but when they're at this point and start sprouting, you no longer want to spray them because they will develop mold. So let's try them. So I'm just gonna grab a little. This might not be the best way to do it, but I'm just gonna. Yeah, no, I don't like that, but this was quite tasty. Hands down, I'm gonna have to go with these. So I didn't even put the sprouts on my sandwich after trying them. I only did the microgreens. The microgreens were much easier to put on the sandwich in the first place, and across the board, my entire family agreed that the microgreens were much tastier than the sprouts in a jar. My mom did put the sprouts in a jar in a salad, which was fine because there was a lot of other stuff going on. But if the sprouts were going to be the main part of any sort of meal, I would definitely go with the microgreens. Put it on this wrap. It's really good. It's like putting some fresh lettuce on it, but you can't get that during the winter. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you like this type of content, please give me a follow. Thanks for watching.